China's got this enormous lead and advantage in AI because they have no restraints on the data that they can gather on society. But somehow the conversation has shifted with large language models, with this new front end, and it seems to me that China's at somewhat of a disadvantage because there are things that AI could answer that they don't want people to know. So how should an organization think about the advantages and disadvantages of engaging along that spectrum of how things can shift so quickly?
Yeah, John, appreciate that. You know, in this new book, EXO 2.0, we identified not just AI. AI is one of the most important attributes, but there's 11 of them that the highest performing companies out there are utilizing. And these attributes that are growing exponentially and allow a company to basically drive that massive growth. Now, AI is hypercritical, and it's growing more impactfully and exponentially than any other. Salim, do you want to jump in?
Yeah, you know, we found, to answer your question, John, the open models over time always beat closed models. And I think that's where China will have a difficult time, because trying to restrict the use of this is going to be very hard. And it's the same for companies. If they don't hop on the bandwagon, they won't be around for very long.
So what about, Salim, data security? There are multiple companies now coming out trying to say, hey, we have a way for you to use large language models, for you to use these AI tools, but do it in a way that keeps your data safe. Companies, it would seem to me, have to do that. Governments certainly do, but you're saying it's going to slow them down.
It will. What happens is you can train the data on open data sets, train the model, and then use your private data set to commercialize. So I think we're going to see a huge amount of that going forward. You know, we've described a whole set of attributes like leveraging community, leveraging data, leveraging AI, that you have to be using all of them to compete effectively in this world that's coming.
Peter, how is creativity, which is another one of the exponential growth drivers that you talk about, how is that different in this era of all kinds of different tools available? I think a lot of people think that specialization is really important right now versus the older liberal arts mindset. How does creativity fit into that mindset that many people are in right now?
Yeah, and we speak about in the book the critical aspects of mindset: a curiosity mindset, really a creative mindset, an abundance mindset, an exponential mindset, a moonshot mindset. And really, the day before something is truly a breakthrough, it's a crazy idea. And the challenges are that most large companies are lumbering along and they're doing the same old thing over and over again. But what they really need to be looking at is a massively disruptive idea, which threatens their base, right? Kodak is a perfect example, invented the digital camera, but failed to take advantage of it because it cannibalized the paper and chemicals business, which was their profit center. But that drove them out of business. We're seeing the same thing over and over again, whether it's Netflix and Blockbuster. So listen, creativity and the willingness of an organization, one of the things we speak about is the importance of autonomy and the importance of taking moonshots inside your organization. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck in incrementalism. And it's just, it's fundamental to a company here.
Salim, I see more organizations than ever confused about even how to work. Not just, what to work on, et cetera, but how much is hybrid, how much needs to be in person based on the nature of our work, based on the nature of our clients, et cetera, et cetera. Do organizations need to figure that out? Is there a certain type of playbook that they should follow in order to grow exponentially while also trying to allow for different modes of work?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, we identified this model 7 or 8 years ago and put it out. In fact, I did a segment on CNBC Squawk Box where we did ranked the Fortune 100 by this model, okay? And just last year, we did a 7-year trailing analysis and found that in the Fortune 100, the 10 companies that followed this model the most compared to the 10 that followed the least delivered 40 times more shareholder returns over 7 years.